Blog Talk Radio.
Welcome to Fearless Generations with Terry Sayer and Kelly Fox.
Hello and welcome to Fearless Generations, 12 Steps to Freedom. This is Kelly Fox. I am excited to be here with you tonight. We are talking a whole new step, step 9, which is intention. Tonight is introduction night, which means anything goes, so let's get going. Starting off by introducing my beautiful co-host, Terry Sayer. How are you doing tonight, Terry?
I am doing wonderfully. I'm just excited to be here to start our new step and to welcome our esteemed, honored, and lovely guest.
Okay. Yes, I'm excited about our guest coach tonight as well. She is one of our favorites, if you weren't able to tell by Terry's words. Please welcome to the show, Haley Gray.
Thank you. I'm so excited to be here.
Well, we
Awesome.
love having you here. Haley, please remind the audience, what is it that you get to do and who is it that you get to serve?
So I work with mostly women business owners doing all of the marketing stuff and strategy around marketing and making the marketing stuff actually pay for itself. So do websites and social media and ads and SEO and kind of make all of the little horses run together in the same direction at the same time.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Crazy thought, right?
Yeah. I love what you do, and I've seen, what you've done for, I'm friends with some of your clients and get to see what you've been doing for them, and it's just amazing work, and they've had such great success. So if that is something that you are looking for, definitely hook up with Haley and see how she can help you and your business. All right, Haley, let's get into intention. What does intention mean to you?
So intention means to me, it's hard to define intention without using the word intention. Focus, direction, and making it intentional, setting that goal and working towards it, with firmness and vigor and dedication.
I like all your words. Yeah.
Well, thank you.
I think it's it involves a great amount of mindfulness, awareness, and purposefully making choices so that you're doing what you want to do when you want to do it the way you want to do it. So that's kind of what I think about when I think about intention. So I love your definition. Terry, how about you?
Yeah, I remember growing up, my grandmother used to say that, the road to heaven was paved with good intentions. And I think behind that saying was that people intend to do good, but they don't follow through and they don't take the action to have the intention come full circle to fruition. And so I think along with intention, which is being willing to know what you want to do and have a purpose and a dedication and being decisive and then taking action. And so I think living intentionally is taking action towards those things that you believe are important to you in your journey. I mean, we're talking about, our business journey at this moment. So what is it that what's your purpose? What is it that you want to do? are you focused on that? Are you practicing that? Are you taking action in that direction? And are you being aware and reflecting on how effective those actions are? Because I think intentions can be modified, they can be adjusted, they can be, changed as you pay attention to the results of those intentions. And I think a lot of times when I read Haley's, posts on social media, she asks you, are you working hard and getting nowhere? And I think that is, someone can have a really good intention, and yet if they don't take that action and they don't reflect upon the results of that action, they can keep doing the same thing, getting the same results, and that's insanity. So it's really, to me, it's multi-layered. We can set intentions, which is something we teach in Fearless Living, but to live intentionally, on purpose, with focus, determination, and decisiveness, and then having the willingness to reflect on and tweak what we're doing or go in a different direction in order to reach those goals or those dreams, or however you want to say that, the outcomes, whatever it is that you're working towards. And I believe that's what Haley's able to do in the work that she does, is to help people who are trying so hard to be successful. I mean, it's hard for them. It's a challenge, and they're not getting where they want to be. And I think that's what we, as coaches, it's our job. That's what we're passionate about, is helping people to redirect, to rethink, and to provide strategies to help them to live intentionally and to reach those goals, in their business or their relationships or their spirituality, wherever the goals might be. So I just think intentional living is taking action.
Yeah,
and then
absolutely.
looking at where do you get with that action, So reflecting on it.
Yeah. Well, thinking about this, Haley, and what Terry and I have both shared, and the way that you work with your clients with intention, like, is there a tool or something that you always share with your clients about supporting them with their intention?
So I think with a lot of my clients, the first thing that I like to understand is, what does success look like to you? What are we trying to get out of this deal? And that answer varies widely. It's rarely the same answer any two people. So what does success from your website, what does success from SEO, what does success from your marketing efforts really start to look like to you? Is it one solid lead a week? Is it 20 or 30 or 50? And really having those in-depth conversations. So I would say that for me, the biggest tool is asking questions and understanding what success looks like to the client, and also being super intentional about understanding how many leads do they really want at a given time, how much is the right amount, how many is good, and how many is really a waste. And crafting an entire strategy with intention towards helping them reach that goal of success. So it's going to vary very much by person.
Yeah. So you're asking questions, clarifying, and I think you definitely need to do that with yourself before you can do it with a coach sometimes. I think it depends how you process, but I think that, being really clear on the direction we want to go and being really clear on what we desire and why we desire it and why we're doing it and all that kind of thing, I think that definitely is pre-work to being able to make intentional choices, because if we're just, going about our day completely unaware of what these things are, then how can we make an intentional choice to get us going the way we want to go? So I love that. Questions and gaining clarity, really getting clear on what it is that you're wanting, and you know what that looks like when you get it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you know, what outcomes are we hoping for here? And it's interesting to me because I would have thought, you know, talking to a lot of marketers and a lot of people who do funnels and ads and stuff, that the goals are almost universal. And I could say honestly, in really talking to a lot of small business owners, nothing could be further from the truth. People in general don't have the same goals, desires, ambitions, and I think it's important as somebody who works with a lot of small business owners to really understand what their goals, desires, and ambitions are. Because if you don't begin with the end in mind, if you don't have a roadmap, if you don't begin with intention, it really becomes hard to achieve whatever it is that somebody wants to achieve. I mean, it's like getting into a car and asking Google for directions to somewhere.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so true. So true. Yeah. I think, well, as coaches, questions are so important. And I think that's what makes a coach different than a consultant or your best friend or, you know, someone like that, is that they're interested in what your desires are, your path is, and they want to ask questions until you're super clear on it, and then ask more questions on how you think you can get there, and, you know, more questions and more questions, so that, you know, you're getting more clear and can be more intentional, and then they can support you in creating, you know, and taking that intentional action and making those intentional choices, and, you know, getting to the place that, or at least going the direction you want to go, right? Because sometimes we don't actually do what the original outcome was. You know, sometimes it's bigger, sometimes it's shifted, sometimes, you know, it's a little different, but at least going the direction in which we want to go. And I think questions definitely get us there. I know with teenagers, they do not like questions. So when I can get them in a talkative mood, when I can catch them where they're actually wanting to have a conversation and answer questions, I go to town. And my husband too. You know, I always want to know more. I'm always curious. Tell me more. And so I think that is a definitely great trait to a coach.
Yeah, Haley, I was wondering, when you work with you know, small businesses and entrepreneurs, do you find that most of them are clear on what they want, or do you have to kind of go through a process of, is that what you mean when you're talking about asking them, what does it look like, what does it sound like, what does it feel to be successful? That's what you're trying to get them to be clear about, that and what their passion is or what their purpose is for being in business? Is that one of the things that you find with some of the people that come to you for your help? Is that kind of where they're stuck?
Well, so I would say it's less that they're stuck and more that they haven't articulated it or really looked at numbers or really understood what the potential implications of making certain decisions in business operations, marketing are. And I'll give you an example. Like, you know, if you're trying to bring in 1 or 2 solid leads a week, the way that we would market your business is entirely different from somebody that maybe you're trying to bring in 40 or 50 a week. And the process is quite different. And it depends on the industry. It depends on cost of acquisition, depends on how much time you have to put into it. And so I feel like a lot of assumptions that are made, and there's a lot of urban legends, for lack of a better word, out there about, you, in order to be successful and get your website seen and found and have the best SEO, you have to do these things. You have to have a blog. You have to do this. You have to do that. You have to do the other. And of course you have to have SEO. Well, honestly, if you're a realtor in Raleigh, North Carolina, you're one of several thousand realtors, and you're competing against several thousand people also all trying to get really good SEO on their website. So I would say that might be a complete waste of your money and your time. So people think that they have to do certain things, but if we really peel back what the actual objective is, a lot of times that's not really what they want. What they really want are more word of mouth referrals, or they want, certain types of inquiries to come in. And if we look at their entire marketing operations integration, and how they're following up with people and how they're staying in touch with people and how they're staying on top of things, then you can really start to see more of what they're trying to do and what they need to do, and really look at what their strengths and weaknesses are. Just as, we all tend to avoid certain tasks, and then there are certain tasks that we love to do. Well, if they want to, take an active role in their marketing, and they're really good at outreach, or they're really good at closing sales, then how we do marketing may be very different from one person to the next. And that really understanding who they are as a person and leveraging the strengths rather than trying to overcome, force the weaknesses. And there's a lot there to just kind of understanding, okay, so what are we trying to do? Where are we going? Why are we in this handbasket? And, okay, so why do you think you need to do that a lot of times is the question. And then we go from there. Like, I've done ads for a lot of clients, and a lot of times it's not really necessarily what you would think in terms of the way we need to do it. I can get exceptional results for some people at less than $5 a day, whereas other people it's going to be $50 a day. And we need to understand what we're doing, why we're doing it, and what the goals and the outcomes actually are.
Mhm.
Yeah, I love that, and I love that your desire is to do something really personable, and specific to each client, instead of, some cookie cutter course or cookie cutter, package, but that you really want to get to know your client very well, so that you can give them what is going to work the best for them, so that they can be intentional in how they're investing in themselves and their business and their time as well, to get the results in which they want.
Mm-hmm. And that's back to intention. What is it that you really want? What is it that we're really trying to manifest or create or co-create? And then understanding why they think they have to take particular steps, because more often than not, I get people who come to me and they're like, oh, we have to do the social media, or we have to do this, or we have to do that, or we have to completely redo our website. Well, maybe not. It depends. I think that I will tell people a lot of times that the thing that I walked away from Duke with my MBA with, the answer most often is it really depends on your individual case and what you're trying to do and how you're trying to do it. It just depends.
Yeah. I think as entrepreneurs, we're sometimes conditioned, by media, other people, all the different things we're bombarded with from within our society, that things have to be a certain way. And I love the fact that we're able to the word is not coming to me, individualize how you work with your clients, so that you can decondition them to those thoughts that oh, I have to do this, I need to do that, those expectations of how I'm going to be successful that are conditioned just by working with a variety of different coaches or taking every webinar that comes along about how to market, and then you get all of these different ideas, and then you are confused, and you have difficulty focusing and making decisions that lead you to those outcomes that you desire, or even know what those outcomes are. So I think it's that as a teacher, I used to really try to individualize my approach to my students based upon their needs. And I think that's what I hear you saying as well. That's part of your gift as you work with clients, is that you're individualizing the program in order to fit their needs and their goals. And I think that's exciting.
Yeah, I mean, it really is about the client and their needs, wants, and desires for their business, because it's their business at the end of the day, and their lives and their livelihoods. And I think it's important to keep that in sight when doing anything for their business. Is, what do you really want out of this, and then understand why they want it and why they think they want it.
I love that.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that even when we don't have a business, this is our normal day-to-day life. We go to work, we have kids, we want to get in better health. What are we wanting, and why do we want it? Getting really down to the why. What is that motivation? Telling us that this is something that we want. And I think when we know that, then we can really be intentional in the next steps that we take, the next risks, what support we need. We can be intentional in stepping out and finding those resources and finding those people and getting a mentor or hiring a personal trainer, or, whatever it is that we're wanting. We have to get clear first ourselves, and then look outward and say, okay, who can support me, who can hold me accountable, who can give me the information I need, who can do this aspect for me while I'm doing this aspect, reaching out and stepping into that arena of asking for support, accepting support, and really discovering what the resources are for you to be able to achieve that thing that you're wanting to achieve, or progress in that area that you're wanting to progress.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think that's maybe universal, right?
Yeah, I think anything that we do in our business, we already do in our life. And that's why I love being a life coach, because as I support you in your life, that's going to trickle out and affect all the other areas of your life, right? Because you are the common denominator in all those other areas. So they're all going to be affected when I support you in the way that you live. So, yeah, I love that. Well, Haley, we have absolutely loved you being here, and I want to give you time to share your contact information. Haley is on the website. You can go to the Guest Coach tab and see her information there. But Haley, also share with us your contact information, and if you have anything coming up you'd like to invite the listeners to.
Sure. I think that the easiest way to find me is my website, HaleyLindgray.com, or Women'sEntrepreneurNetwork.com. That is my Facebook group that has 77,000 amazing women entrepreneurs in it. And I think it's a pretty awesome and amazing community. We have roundtables and networking events and all kinds of amazing workshops coming up, and they are all on the Women's Entrepreneur Network.org website under the calendar. And, so many free, amazing trainings and network opportunities and other things for women, small business owners. So I'm so stoked to be doing those events.
Awesome. And so they can go to your website and all of that is there, yes?
Yes, it is.
Awesome. Well, make sure you go into the Facebook group, Get Fearless at Any Age with Fearless Generations, and put a link to your web site there so that our listeners can have easy one-click access to where they need to go.
Awesome. Will do. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, thank you again. Thank you for staying up late and being on the show with us. We really appreciate your generosity to Fearless Generations, and we love you for it.
I am so grateful to be here, and I love y'all too so much.
Thank you. All right, well, we want to remind you that the 12 Steps to Freedom were created by Rhonda Britton, the CEO and founder of the Fearless Living Institute. You can find out more about Fearless Living at fearlessliving.org. You can find out more about Terry and I at fearlessgenerations.org. We have everything there, from all of the past episodes of the podcast to our guest coaches to our monthly workshops, our group program, and the fabulous retreat we have coming up in September. Please go on over there and check that all out. We would love to talk to you more about that, support you in any way we can. You can also subscribe to our newsletter, as well as you can sign up for Terry Talks, which is those amazing 1-minute videos that Terry puts out every weekday. You can get them straight to your inbox. There's also some other goodies there that you can sign up for. So go on over there, check it out. Pick a time to have a chat with us, and we can get to know you better and see if we can support you. That is what we truly love to do. So go check that out. All of this month we'll be talking about intention. We're excited to have our guest coaches that we have coming on. We're excited to have Haley. We want to bring you the best of the best, and that is what we do. We go out and find amazing guest coaches to come and support us with sharing this information, expanding our comfort zones, expanding our vocabulary and our toolbox with everything that they have as well. Any last words, Terry?
No, I just really appreciate Haley being here with us, and just remember that intention followed by action is how we move along our journey. Awesome. Love it. Thank you so much. Well, we thank you for being here with us each week. We will be back next Monday night at 9 p.m. Pacific to share with you more about Step 9, intention. And until then, everybody, be fearless. Be fearless. Good night, Haley. Night.
Anatomy of an ad.
Subconsciously trigger emotions through music. Perfect.
Define an opportunity.
Imagine talking to millions of people across the U.S. like I am now.
Identify a problem.
Creating an audio ad is time-consuming.
Offer a solution.
Utilize cutting-edge AI. Imagine creating all that in under 30 seconds. Well, we did. to create this ad. To learn more about AI in the audio industry, download the white paper from audiostack.ai.
It is Ryan here, and I have a question for you. What do you do when you win? Like, are you a fist pumper, a woohooer, a hand clapper, a high fiver? I kind of like the high five, but if you want to hone in on those winning moves, check out Chumba Casino. At ChumbaCasino.com, choose from hundreds of social casino-style games for your chance to redeem serious cash prizes. There are new game releases weekly, plus free daily bonuses. So don't wait. Start having the most fun ever at ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.